Excuse me, this area is restricted to VIP guests only. The words sliced through the hum of the cabin like a blade. Simone Carter looked up slowly from her seat in 2A, adjusting the glasses that rested gently on her nose. Her pearl earrings caught the light as she turned her head. Across from her stood a young blonde flight attendant in a fitted navy vest, lips pursed and posture stiff. "I asked you a question, ma'am," the woman continued, louder now. "Unless you're here to clean or serve, you need to return to staff seating." Simone blinked once, silently. Around her, passengers glanced up from their phones and tablets. No one spoke. Her voice, when it came, was calm. "I believe I'm in the correct seat." "You believe?" the attendant scoffed. "This is first class. People don't guess their way into it." A chuckle came from somewhere in the third row. A man in a tailored smirk smirked but kept his eyes on his whiskey glass. Simone's hands stayed folded on her lap. "Are you asking for my ticket?" The woman crossed her arms. "I'm asking you to move. Don't make this uncomfortable for everyone." And just like that, the entire cabin turned inward, not to protect, but to watch. A moment later, a soft voice from behind whispered, "Isn't that—" But the whisper died before it reached Simone's ears. She slowly leaned back into her seat and looked out the window. It had begun. The captain didn't come. Not yet. Instead, Avery Monroe, the flight attendant, returned with a clipboard and a tightened jaw. Her heels clicked against the floor as she marched back to Simone's seat, flanked now by a younger male attendant who kept his eyes low. "I don't see your name on this manifest," Avery announced loudly. "Did someone at the gate allow you to board without clearance?" Simone remained still. "I boarded properly." "Man, we have procedures," Avery snapped, "and if you're not listed, I'm required to escalate." From across the aisle, a man cleared his throat. "She hasn't done anything wrong." It was subtle, quiet, an older black gentleman in a gray cardigan. He didn't look like he wanted trouble, just clarity. Avery ignored him. Then she turned to the younger attendant. "Brad, alert the captain. This is becoming disruptive." Simone tilted her head. Her voice low, steady. "You seem quite determined to remove me." "I'm following security protocol," Avery shot back. "Then follow it all the way," Simone replied, "and scan my boarding pass." Avery hesitated. Simone reached slowly into her bag, producing a slim ticket. No gold trim, no flashy barcode. Just a simple pass with her name handwritten at the bottom. Avery didn't even look at it. "That's not a premium pass, that's a standby voucher." A pause. "That's a mistake," Simone said. "No," Avery snapped, "you are." Across the cabin, someone gasped, but no one spoke. Captain Evans arrived 5 minutes later, summoned like a formality rather than authority. His steps were slow, uncertain, the kind of man who followed routine more than reason. He glanced at Simone briefly, then at Avery. "What's the issue here?" he asked, rubbing his temple. "She boarded with a non-premium pass," Avery said quickly, "and she's refusing to move." Evans turned to Simone, offering the faint shadow of a professional smile. "Ma'am, if there's been a mix-up, we can resolve it quietly. Perhaps step off while we confirm with ground control." Before Simone could answer, a quiet voice from the back row spoke up. "She doesn't need to step off. She belongs here." Everyone turned. It was Tracy, an older white woman in a tan scarf and soft eyes. "I recognize her. That's Simone Carter. She—" "I don't care who she looks like," Avery snapped. "She's causing a disturbance." Simone's tone dropped half an octave. "Disturbance or discomfort?" Avery's jaw clenched. "Excuse me?" "You're uncomfortable that someone like me sits in 2A, Simone said, "without asking for permission to exist." Gasps again, louder this time. Evans tried to diffuse. "Let's not turn this into something political." "It's not political," Tracy said. "It's personal." A silence swept through the cabin, thick and heavy. Then, from near the galley, Lena, a cleaner in plain uniform, stepped forward. Her voice trembled. "She's not just a passenger," Lena said. "She owns the airline now." Avery froze mid-breath. The cabin, just seconds ago a silent court of judgment, turned into a theater of disbelief. Captain Evans stammered, "What did you just say?" Lena's hands trembled, but her voice grew steadier. "Her name's Simone Carter. I was on shift last night when the memo came in. Crest Air was acquired by a new majority owner, Simone Carter Holdings." Brad, the young male attendant, stepped back like the air had been sucked from his lungs. "That's impossible," Avery muttered, but her voice faltered. Simone remained seated, still, measured. "I didn't come here to be recognized," she said quietly. "I came to observe." Captain Evans whispered, "Why not announce yourself?" "Because leadership doesn't always arrive with applause," Simone replied. "Sometimes it listens first, to see who whispers, who watches, and who wounds." Avery's face turned pale. From across the aisle, the older black man nodded. "Now you see her." And then came the second twist. Tracy, the older woman, stood up, voice soft but firm. 30 years ago, I was a regional manager for this airline. I remember Simone. She was denied a promotion because a director said, 'She doesn't fit the image we're selling.'" Simone looked down. "I didn't speak up back then," Tracy added, "but I'm speaking now." Captain Evans removed his cap. "I'm sorry," he said. "We failed you, twice." Avery whispered, "Are we fired?" "No," Simone said. "You're going to learn." The tension didn't break, it shifted. Simone rose slowly from her seat. She didn't shout, she didn't point. She simply stood, taller than the moment expected. "You assumed I didn't belong," she said, eyes on Avery. "Because of how I look, because of what you thought you knew." Avery's voice cracked. "I didn't know." "But you didn't ask," Simone interrupted. "You didn't wonder, you judged." The silence afterward was louder than her words. Then, turning to the cabin, Simone spoke not just to the crew, but to everyone watching. "We can't change history by firing people, but we can change what we teach next." She looked at Lena. "Thank you for speaking when others stayed quiet." Lena nodded, eyes glassy. Then Simone turned back to Avery. "You'll attend a new internal program I'm launching on humility, racial awareness, and dignity. You will not lead it. You will learn from it." Avery swallowed, unable to speak. Captain Evans looked down. "And me?" "You'll attend too," Simone said, "alongside every senior crew member." Then came her final act, not grand, but enduring. Simone removed her pearl necklace and placed it in a velvet pouch. She handed it to Lena. "This belonged to my mother," she said softly. "Give it to your daughter when she boards her first flight in uniform." Lena burst into tears. Simone sat back down. "We don't erase people," she said. "We reset the culture." The plane stayed grounded, but something far more important had already taken flight.